Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgiman and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about My Dress Up Darling chapter 87. So, what did I think about this week's chapter? I personally love this chapter. I thought this chapter was amazing, and I love all the seeds that it planted for the future of the franchise, as well as, future developments with Gojo and Marin. Because we got to see Gojo pretty much, he finds out what he has to do if he wishes to perfect his craft when it comes to the cosplaying and his whole motivation of dressing dolls and whatnot. Now, before we get into this week's chapter, I just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my Dress Up Darling anime and manga content in the future. It really helps me out a lot. I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. But with that being said, let's get into this week's chapter. So this week's chapter starts where we get a quick little recap / summary of what the story that Haniel is based on, and you see her whole backstory, how she she was a angel, and then how she wished to be a devil, and you see how she ripped her wings and she was bound to the live in earth with the humans, and you just get a quick summary of her character as a whole. Now Akira and Gojo are actually talking through the phone, so we see them just she just fills him in on all the details about what he has to know about the franchise of Haniel, and just anything that he's wondering about, and how to make the costume, as well as the origin of the character, and some insight on the mangaka and whatnot, because Gojo's very precise and he wants to know everything that he can about the source material so he can perfect his final product, which will be the cosplay that Marin will wear. So then Akira, she shows Gojo like an interview of him, and just so Gojo gets an idea of how the guy's like and why not. And like I said, the author's kind of like, he's kind of those people that are too, how can I put this, he probably thinks that all his craft is like a 10 out of 10, and he I don't know, to me specifically, he kind of seemed like very stuck up and kind of like he just like egotistical, but I get it, it's his craft and why not. So then Gojo starts thinking like, okay, so like this guy doesn't like any adaptation, and like nothing I can base it off. It's unlike when I made all the other outfits for Marin, at least I got a reference. Same thing with the succubus, which he made the succubus outfit for Marin. At least it was a humanoid looking creature, and he was able to take some liberties and make the cosplay. However, this is an angel, and angels are weird because they're not really human. However, they're gender neutral, so it's a weird thing, and Gojo has to compromise and kind of figure out like where's the middle ground. And pretty much what happens is Akira is just telling Gojo like, hey, like whatever you do, I'm sure you're gonna do a great job because I trust you, and listen, I can help you out. I'll help you, give you the tools that you need, as well as try to prepare as much as like all the decorations and whatever, all the crafts that you need for your cosplay. I'll help you out, and I'll give you the tools too. And then Gojo's like, really? Like, you don't have to do all that. And it's like, no, of course. I think you got it. You learn from me, from our coffin party. I'm sure you can handle this. And if not, like I said, I trust you. I think you're gonna do great. And that was a cool moment. Like I said, Akira's awesome. She's the second best girl in the franchise. And I just like Akira kind of being like an older sister / like like a senpai to Gojo in that sense, because she's looking after him, and she knows like like the struggles of making the crafts and whatnot, and she knows how Gojo's gonna stress out about it, because Gojo's kind of a perfectionist. So she's just telling him and reassuring him like, you got this, bro. And we all know that Gojo will get this at the end of the day. Now, going forward from that, throughout the conversation, you actually see that there's a part where Akira describes Haniel and why she a little like about her backstory / character, and you find out that she wanted to be instead of an angel, she wanted to be like more like a devil. And she ripped off her wings, and she was hoping that black wings would come out. And like it's kind of like a parallel to Marin. And what I mean by that is because you start seeing flashbacks of when Marin made her Chizuku-tan outfit, and it looked like crap. However, she loved it so much because of that character, Chizuku-tan. And that's how pretty much Haniel felt about like the devils or the demons, whatever. because she wanted wings like them, and you know, she just wished she had her black nails just like them if she ripped her white nails. And you see the parallels, like I said, with Marin. Even Gojo starts thinking about it, and eventually, you know, like there's a part in the chapter where they're pretty much describing, like, you know, you look into the eyes of the reader and you're falling in love with the character, and you start seeing like Gojo, you know, picturing Marin. And what I got from that is that he's starting to slowly realize that Marin and him, or at least that he has some feelings for Marin. I don't know. He definitely doesn't know that Marin has feelings for him, but I think he starts to realize, like, you know, maybe what I do feel for Marin is love. At least that's my interpretation of it. And if I had to speculate, I'm sure that when the arc comes to a close and you see Marin wearing the outfit, I think that's going to be the moment where Gojo, because like I said, there's a moment in the manga where you see, you know, like you look into Haniel's eyes and you know, fall in love or whatever, or something along those lines. And I'm sure that what's going to happen is the second that Gojo gives Marin this outfit, you know, fully completed, he's going to look into Marin's eyes. Instead of seeing Haniel, he's going to see Marin. And that's going to be when he realizes, like, oh my God, I love this girl. Now, to be frank, it could just be wishful thinking coming from me. However, I would really, really love it if that's, you know, what's to come. But continuing on, we see that pretty much Gojo starts like stressing out, like, what am I gonna do now? I don't know what to do. There's a lot like to take in. You know, the author doesn't really give me a lot of leeway. And this contest, you know, he's gonna be there, and if, you know, the winner, you know, he'll take an autograph or picture or whatever. So he's thinking like he's gonna probably trash the outfit or whatever. So he's like, you know what? Let me start looking some research up. Because he starts thinking like, maybe like I need to start thinking of this cosplay like a Hina doll. And he starts looking about like Hina dolls and researching about them. And then he starts expanding his horizons, and he starts looking for like French made Hina dolls. And like you see the art, you know, you see the whole entire aesthetic is completely different because it's a different, you know, a different take on the Hina dolls. And you see that there's like a bunch of different versions of like I said, it's a vast, you know, large, diverse type of environment that Gojo's never really experienced, because he's always been, you know, just Hina dolls and that's it. And what we see is that Gojo starts thinking like, what's the name of a doll that you can just dress up? And he's like, okay. He starts looking it up. He's like, oh, so that's what they're called. And what we see, Gojo did the thing. He named the manga. He gave the title of the manga by saying, so that's what they're called, Sono Biscuit dolls. So we're like, oh, what? He said the thing. It's my dress up darlings, or, you know, like my Sono Biscuit dolls that you can dress up. He starts to picturing like, okay, Marin is that doll. You know, like he start like, at least for my interpretation, he starts to realize like, maybe I can do this. And, you know, I think as a whole, Gojo is, you know, he's going to start realizing like he will surpass his grandpa, because earlier in the chapter, he sees how like the words that his grandpa used to say about, you know, expand your horizons. And then also the Shiba, the mangaka, how about he's like, you know, I'm a perfectionist and all this. And I think what's going to happen is Gojo's going to come to a point where he, you know, surpasses his grandpa. The fact that Gojo's expanding his horizons just besides Hina dolls, he's going to go, you know, places that his grandpa never did. And even though his grandpa at the end of the day might be just a better Hina doll maker, I think what's going to happen is that Gojo will have gone so far in his horizon and expand his, you know, craftsmanship, that overall he's going to be a better creator of whichever type of doll, like, or just outfits or anything. And we did see earlier in the series that his grandpa did say you were getting better at, you know, drawing faces, and we all know or speculate that it's because of Marin. And I think Fukuda overall has been doing a amazing job setting the seeds of what's to come in the franchise, because right now I think I'm like the same with the entire fandom. We're all thinking like their confessions to each other are gonna come sooner than later, because there's just been so much hinting. And like I said in one of my previous videos, my speculation is that we're gonna probably get them as boyfriend and girlfriend in chapter 100, if not them confessing to each other. And, you know, I'm excited because, like I said, we love Gojo and Marin, and we want to see them together because, you know, both of them are so wholesome together, and Marin is best girl, and Gojo is the Giga Chad himself, the legend, and we just want them to be together. Now, I do think that this arc is going to be particularly faster slash is not going to be as long as the coffin party arc, just for the fact that, you know, Gojo's already on it. Like, will be Gojo's hardest challenge to date, because he has to perfect a cosplay outfit of, you know, of a character that the creator of that character is super specific and very like prideful slash very like full in himself about. So he has to impress this, or he has to think of a way to make this outfit live up to those standards, like those really unrealistic standards that would be for any other person. But Gojo, you know, for him, if it's doable, he'll try his hardest, and you know what, we all love him for that. But yeah, overall, I really enjoy this chapter, and I'm excited to see what the next chapter is. Yeah, we have to wait a whole month for a new chapter because, you know, Fukuda's on her break, but it's okay, it'll be worth it, because I'm very excited where this arc's gonna take us, because I just feel like this arc's gonna be something real special. At least that's what I got from this chapter, because it was one of my favorite chapters maybe in the whole franchise. But yeah, with that being said, what did you guys think about this week's chapter? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys love it? Did you guys thought it was all right? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more My Dress Up Darling anime and manga content. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.